What we need are new standards in education. Instead of doing a bunch of multiple choice tests, having students memorize, it's a lot of people are clear that there's a lot of memorization and forget going on. We need something more getting to the core and essence of reasoning and how the mind works. Not just critical thinking, something deeper than that. We need to see really, as I say, how the mind works, how it functions, go from there. So a few ideas: we need to work more on the ability to assess evidence. That's critical. Instead of, and this will come up in our teaching and our testing, instead of merely having students memorize a bunch of preformed ideas, they should have to grasp evidence and go through chains of reasoning to go from evidence to conclusion. Sometimes, depending on the age, sometimes the chain of reasoning is really short, evidence and conclusion right away. Sometimes there's a whole broader range of evidence that gets put together step by step into the conclusion. It's not something that's impossible to younger kids, because any young kid can say that doesn't make sense, and in fact a lot of them do. A lot of them ask why. They're capable of going through a few chains of reasoning. Some of them will ask why like 10 billion times and drive you crazy. So things like that are already part of the way they function. We just need to recognize it. And when students are younger, of course, it's more a matter of learning facts. When they get older, then they can do a lot more synthetic, analytic thinking, a lot more connection of ideas and integration, looking at higher level abstractions. But in all cases, all students, we see that they need to assess evidence, see whether evidence can be put together to make a conclusion or concept or not. See if, once you have a conclusion, if evidence supports it or if evidence contradicts it. And then if it contradicts it, what we need to do, if we need to just refine our concept or generalization, or if we need to throw it out and get a whole new one. Another thing they need to do is connect ideas. Integration is an essential feature of reasoning. So we need to get that into the testing. Look at how some ideas in physics relate to our health, physical exercise, biology, how ideas in physics relate to what we know about trees and plants and animals and ecology. See how what we know about economics relates to ecology. Get ideas that we learn in ecology and relate them to economics or physics. That's just a small sample. There's a whole lot more. We learn, for another example, about proof in geometry, and we can generalize and induce from there about how all knowledge works. We can relate geometry and proof to Abraham Lincoln and how it was very influential and formative on him and how it changed all of human history. So we have assessing evidence and using it in these different ways, connecting ideas. There's a lot more, but there's just two ideas right now. We need to start working on teaching those things and having assessments that test those instead of mere memorization. I think we'll be, everyone much better off. The students will have a much better preparation for adult life. The education will teach them to really think independently, think well, make good conclusions, be scientific as they should in everyday life. Hope this helps. If you're of like mind, get in touch. Love to, have some more people to do this very important work we need to do. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, suggestions, criticisms, let me know. Thank you.